Hello, everyone. I hope that my audio is better today. Please, before we start, let me know if you can hear me clearly. That is the most essential piece of information right now. We are going to play some crosswords, something we've never done before, but I'm pretty sure most of you have played crosswords in your native languages. So before I show you what we have in store, let me just share the link with others who might want to join. Say, come play some crosswords. And a puzzle emoji. Looking good. It's better now, Jada, right? Better than last night. I'm so sorry that last night I didn't deliver the best audio impression, but thankfully Milan covered up all the imperfections with his great answers. All right then, how's everyone doing today? How's the weather in Istanbul, in Mexico City, in Rajan, and all the other places in the world where you guys might be? Is it hot? Is it cold? Rainy? Cloudy? Over here in Parachin, where I live, it was a warm, sunny day. The maximum temperature was around 31 degrees Celsius. So pretty comfortable. And there is a fly that keeps attacking me. I swear to God, it's my first time I've seen something like this. Usually the flies try to fly away from you unless there's food in front of you, but this fly just wants to get into my eyes. So if you ever see me suddenly waving my hands frantically, it's not because I'm going crazy, it's just because this fly is giving me a hard time. And I might as well add something for you to see and not an empty window. So when we talk about my screen capture, yes, there we go. These are the crosswords. So as you can see, we have 3 different levels: elementary, intermediate, and advanced. We're gonna go through each level. I have 1 crossword for the elementary level, 1 for the intermediate level, 1 for the advanced level, and then if we really enjoy the whole process, we might do one final one just for a good night. Do you guys like solving crosswords? Is it something you enjoy? I'm not the biggest fan myself, but thinking of what we could do that could be fun and interactive, this came up in my mind. I think that through crosswords, you can effectively learn the definitions because it is reverse engineering. Instead of teaching you the word itself, you first have to think about the definition, try to find the word in your mind, and only if you truly don't know it, only then do you get to reveal the answer and potentially learn the word forever. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now Mexico City is drizzling. All right, for those of you who don't know, drizzle is tiny drops of rain. So it is the type of rain that is more annoying than problematic, more annoying than anything else. So folks, I think that we may begin with our solving. Which one is the elementary level? It is the countries and languages. I hope you can see my screen clearly. If there are any issues, do let me know. But if not, let's start with one of the crosswords. Number 1 is actually this one. You can find Tokyo. So remember, it's not Tokyo or something like that. It's Tokyo, Yokohama, and Osaka here. It has 5 letters. What is the solution for this one? I'll be waiting for your answers, folks. I won't be writing anything on my own. I added this chill music in the background, so whenever I'm not saying anything, you don't feel bored. You actually get to listen to something nice. As a globetrotter, Magdalena, I expect you to be the MVP of this round. I'm pretty sure you can solve the entire thing on your own. But I do hope you'll get some help from others as well. Japan. And remember, it is not Japan or something like that. It is Japan. Japan. And that is indeed correct, Magdalena. Japan. Bingo, ding, ding, ding. I don't have any special sound effects, so I'll try to recreate them. My experience with voice acting in Coffee Talk has contributed to an increase in voice acting skills. So, number 2, the country where you can find the pyramids. Remember, when you have the in front of consonants, especially when the word is pronounced with a consonant, it's gonna be the, not the. The pyramids, not pyramids. Remember, it's a short I. Pyramids. 5 letters. Which country is it, Magdalena? Egypt. Easy. Egypt. Again, pay attention to the pronunciation. Listen carefully. Egypt. Egypt. Number 3. This is an interesting one. What could it be? It's a language, though. Be careful. Not a country. German. That's right. I wish somebody would help Magdalena, but it seems that she doesn't really need any help. German. Do any of the people in the chat speak German? I sure as hell don't. I'm not a guy who can say much in German. I can say a bit. Guten Tag, guten Abend, gut. Everything that is good. I know the positive words. And ich liebe dich, which means I love you. Those are the essentials. Number 4, you can find Toronto. Toronto. That's how Canadians / Americans pronounce it. They don't really voice the T. It's not Toronto. It's Toronto. Toronto. Montreal and Ottawa. Ottawa. Again, because of the double T, you kind of transformed it into a flap D. So it's Ottawa in this country. It's a country that Jada and I have considered as our potential future country. I really love their flag, and they are known as very kind people. So, from what I've heard, Canadians are welcoming. Correct, Canada. In fact, Magdalena has confirmed it for us. She had a nice experience in Canada, so I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't be a mistake going there. However, for us from Europe, it is really far, far away, and the time zone and the time difference would be hard to manage. You can find kangaroos here, and it's a long word, 9 letters, starting with A. What could be this country? What could this country be? Now it's getting more difficult. Some people might say New Zealand, but thankfully we have A to tell us that it is in fact which country? Australia, that's right. Australia. Oh, wait a second. Australia. There we go. Number 6. People are telling me to make it more dynamic. Well, how can I speed this up? I mean, I could obviously do it on my own, but I need others to join. So folks who are watching, please write something in the chat. Don't leave Magdalena to do everything on her own. Number 6, Warsaw. Again, remember the pronunciation. It is not Warszawa or something like that. It is Warsaw, is the capital of this Eastern European country. What would be the name of this country? Let's see how good your geography is. Do you guys know what it's gonna be? I think this might be the first one where we start to struggle. I don't see Magdalena writing anything. So I spoke too soon. Magdalena, you are indeed in your own field here. You are more than comfortable. Oops, I'm a boomer. I pressed something. Number 6, it is indeed Poland. Have you ever been there, Magdalena? I've never been to Poland, but I would definitely love to visit. It is a country with warm, welcoming people, some amazing history, and beautiful, breathtaking nature. The capital of Poland is, again, Warsaw. Number 7, I'm sure that Magdalena is going to know this. A very important language in India. What could it be? 5 letters. Okay, I guess I know what it is. Yeah. Okay, so you haven't been there either. I hope you'll get the chance in the future. Hindi, of course. Of course, it is going to be Hindi. Do you speak any Hindi? Because I don't. I know that Hindi is mixed with English to an extent. That's why when you talk to Indian people, you can sort of understand every 3rd word. Or every 4th word, unfortunately. I don't know any actual Hindi words. Is namaste something they say in Hindi? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Number 8, Bangkok is the capital of this Asian country. Thank God we have the additional letters. I'm sure that it would be much more difficult without A, L, and N being present, and T in number 8 at the start. It's a horrible mix between English and Hindi. I can imagine that it's a struggle. But is namaste something they say in Hindi? Because I know that it is used in yoga, I believe, in some of the Asian cultures. Could be another one, though, and not Hindi in India. Thailand, yes, that's right. That's right, Thailand. It looks like th, but here we ignore the rule. So it's not Thailand, it's Thailand, with a strong, clear t sound. Number 9, this language is spoken in the Middle East. Turkish. The Turks don't like when people say they are in the Middle East. They prefer to see themselves as European, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. Their culture much better aligns with the Balkan culture. But I hope my Turkish viewers don't mind this light-hearted joke. Namaste is a greeting. So it is a greeting in Hindi. I'm not mistaken with that. And look who's talking. Look who's joined the chat for this specific question. I knew it would have to be my beloved fiance, my beloved Turkish fiance. It is correct. So you are çok akıllı, which means very smart. And it is indeed Arabic. Well done, sweetheart. let's move on to number 10. Sarah, welcome. We've been missing another member. Please sit down, relax, and help us solve these crosswords. We are now at number 10. Meanwhile, Sarah, tell us about the weather in Italy. How was it over there? Number 10, Pushkin, Tolstoy, and Dostoevsky came from this country. Let's see which country they come from. It starts with R and ends with A. We had some students from this country in the past. We hope to see more of them in the future. Russia, indeed Russia. So not Russia, anything like that. It is Russia with a sh sound where the two S's are. Number 11, they speak this language in Spain, Mexico, woohoo, represent, and Argentina. 7 letters. Which language does Magdalena speak? It's the trick question. When I was a child, I used to think that each country sort of had their own language, so that, you know, in Serbia we speak Serbian, in Russia they speak Russian, in Italy they speak Italian, and by that logic, you know, they would speak Mexican in Mexico, which is not true, but then it's really about the politics. If you know anything about the Balkans, you'll know that Serbs, Croats, Bosnians all speak the same language, yet we prefer to call them separate languages, even though there's probably more of a difference between Mexican Spanish and mainland European Spanish. It is indeed Spanish, so Spanish, bingo. Next up, number 12. The Taj Mahal is in this country. Well, which country could it be? We should all know this. We have one member of the community who is in love with this country, and I expect that member to tell us the answer. 5 letters. The second letter is N. The fourth one is I. Of course, India, and the emoji, the love emoji is there. Can't go without it. Oh, no, wait a second. It's a strange concept. India. So when you press backspace, it takes you back 1 square. And then you have to delete that one. Number 13 is down here. Napoleon was from this country. Oh, which country was Napoleon from? He was imprisoned near Italy on an island called St. Helen after his first defeat, following which he went back to his country of origin and then fought another war, another battle which he lost. I'm not sure if it was the Battle of Waterloo that Napoleon was ultimately defeated in. Could be wrong about that, but you're definitely not wrong about France being the correct answer. Magdalena, good job. You are on fire today. We have only 3 more, and then we're going to level up and challenge ourselves a tiny bit more. Number 14, they speak this language in Japan. 8 letters. The second and the fourth letter is A. Should be pretty straightforward. Japan was never colonized, unlike some of the New World countries. So we can assume that their language would be called something along the lines of the actual nation. Japanese, that's right, Japanese. And only 2 more. George Washington was the first president of this country. Now, they didn't include the full name of the country. Instead, they used an acronym. What does this acronym stand for? Could it be... Yes, that's right. It is USA. Sometimes you just see US, the United States. Sometimes they will include of America in the final place. And the country famous for St. Patrick. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated on March 17th, which is quite surprisingly my birthday too. So every time I celebrate my birthday, I will also see people around the world celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Well, not really around the world. I mean, it is mostly in the United States, celebrated by immigrants from one specific country, and then again celebrated in one country in the British Isles. And it is Ireland. Yes, that is correct. Ireland. Bravo, folks. We have finished the elementary level. We're going to level up. How do you like this game so far? If it is boring, we can definitely switch over to something else. As for me personally, I have enjoyed it, and I'm happy to see that more people are joining. Welcome, Miriam. Good game. Thank you so much. Magdalena killed it. I agree. Magdalena is carrying the entire chat. I don't know. Jada, you joined at a specific moment to let us know about Arabic. I appreciate that part. We're waiting for Sarah to show up. Also Dayan, Yatsa, Lena, you need to pick it up. And now we have Miriam to help us, hopefully. Where are you from, Miriam? Where are you watching us from? So, if you guys are ready, just tell me in the chat and we can move on to the next level. Which is the next level? Yeah, money. Money. We spoke about countries, languages, and travel. Obviously, in order to travel, we need money. We cannot live without it. So it is going to be our intermediate level crossword. Still haven't received the confirmation that we are ready to proceed. So folks, please do write something in the chat so that I know you guys are ready for the next level. I'll leave it here. We have a picture of paper money. What do we call this paper money? Does anybody remember? If you do, please write the name in the chat. We could call it cash, obviously, but cash consists of two components. So cash is your coins. Your coins are cash, and then this will, together with cash, together with coins, form cash. And the name of these paper money items is banknotes or bills. So what you can see here in the picture are different euro banknotes or euro bills. You can see the 20 euro banknote, the 5 euro banknote, or a bill, right? The bill would be the more colloquial term. Jada says ready, and I'm sure banknote, that's right, banknote or a bill. So let's start then. You guys are ready? Let's let the games begin. So number one, the sofa. It's a difficult pronunciation because it's not a, it's a, sofa. Sofa. That is the official American pronunciation. It's a schwa sound at the end. Not an a, not an open a, sofa, but rather a sofa. Sofa. The sofa was very cheap. It only blank $30. Guys, remember, when you are writing an email, especially if it is a formal email, and you are in correspondence, you are communicating with Americans, make sure to put the $sign in front of the numbers. So it's not going to be 30 and then $sign to signify $30, it is going to be written like this. First the $sign and then the number. We still read it as $30, not $30, but the spelling rules, the writing rules are such that the sign comes before the number. At least in Serbia, and I believe in Turkey too, you're going to put the sign, the currency symbol, after the number. Not in English though, not in American English at least. So what's the word here? 4 letters. How would you complete the sentence? I don't see any answers. Is this maybe too difficult for you guys? What's going on? Well, Jada, it's a great idea. Costs has 5 letters, so just try to remove 1. You can see the number. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see the actual crossword from my camera, but you can see here the number. That number tells you how many letters there are. So even if you can't see the actual crossword, as you can't right now, you can see the number of letters. So yes, cost. It only cost. The reason why you probably thought it was costs is because that would mean the general truth. So here they have already purchased the sofa, so it was very cheap, meaning the transaction is over, and they are referring to the price at that time. It only cost is an irregular verb, so it's going to be cost. It only cost $30 at that time. Maybe the price has changed since. Good job, Jada and Magdalena. Let's move on to number 2. I always blank too much money when I go shopping. This reminds me of a person, and that person is definitely not somebody very dear to my heart. I'm totally not talking about them. So I always what with money. Too much money, 5 letters. And the first letter that you can't see right now is S. So it's 5 letters, S. S, too much money. Spend. Bravo! I wasn't expecting this person to get this right, but I guess they have some experience with this topic. Well done, Jada. Let's move on to number 3. We don't have enough money. We just can't blank to buy this house. 6 letters. We don't have any letters available. We don't have enough money. It means our budget is lower than what is necessary. We have 20 and it costs 50. So what is the word that comes here? Afford. Yes, afford. Bravo, good job. Glitix core. It's a hard name to pronounce. Do you have another name that might be simpler for me to pronounce? But a great job, Magdalena, you too. Good job. Afford. So to afford means to have enough money, enough funds to make a purchase. Number 4, when something doesn't cost anything, it is 4 letters. The first letter is F. What could it be? What could it be? It doesn't cost anything. So it is very easy to afford. If we know that afford means you have enough money for it, when something doesn't cost anything, it is easy to afford. And when it doesn't cost anything, it is free. Good job. So when something is free or free of charge, you will sometimes see that longer construction, free of charge. You saw it in the newspaper, in Coffee Talk. That means it is not charged. No money is paid. Number 5. Magdalena said expensive. Huh. Well, maybe it is expensive when you have to pay with your private data. Nowadays, most companies, most games that are supposedly free will actually steal your data. There's a quote that goes along the lines of, if it's free, you are the product. You are paying with your privacy. And I think it's true, unfortunately. You will often see a picture of George Washington on one of these. 6 letters. The first letter is D. Where will you see a picture of George Washington? Most likely in a museum, but it is not the word here. Our word starts with the letter D, and it consists of 6 letters. Dollar, bravo. We can see George Washington. Do you know on which bill you're going to see George Washington? Does anybody know on which bill/banknote we can see George Washington? I'm honestly not sure. Is it the $10 bill? Could be, but I'm really guessing here. I have no idea. Number 6, not too expensive, not too cheap. 10 letters. What could this be? It's a tough one, guys. A very long one. Maybe we could move on to number 7 and then get some clues for number 6. I suggest we do that. Number 7, something which costs a lot of money, is 9 letters, and Magdalena has already told us expensive. I hate this. Expensive. There we go. So now we know that the second letter is the letter E. What about number 10? When you borrow money from the bank, it is called a... What is that money you borrow from the bank? Remember, guys, the difference between borrow and lend. The person who takes the item is borrowing it, so you are borrowing from the bank, and the bank is lending you money. So the bank is giving you the money, they are lending it. The person or the entity that provides something, the provider, is the lender. He is handing out something and you are borrowing it. It is called a loan. Yes, indeed. Good job, Magdalena. Free. Sarah, you might be a little bit behind on stream because that was our number 4. And unfortunately, when you borrow money from the bank, it is not free. You have to pay back some interest, unfortunately. Number 11, the blank of the United States is the dollar. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Can anyone guess this? Or should we maybe try number 9? Number 9 could help us. Or number 8. He gets a very good 100,000 euros every year. S. We spoke about the yearly income. Remember, we spoke about the difference between the money you earn on monthly or yearly basis and the amount of money you are paid for each hour of work, and maybe on a weekly basis, daily basis. Remember, we spoke about that. The term that describes the amount of money earned and paid out monthly or yearly, and a fixed amount. Salary. Bravo, Magdalena. Salary. Excellent. So it is salary for number 8. Great. Maybe we can try number 9. You borrowed 20 pounds. This is the British pound. You borrowed 20 pounds last week and another 10 pounds yesterday. You now something me 30 pounds. 3 letters. What could that be? When you are in debt, when you have to pay something back, you what to the other person? So if I take $5 from Sarah, I what Sarah? With 3 letters. Oh, we had it in the lesson with Mauro. I subconsciously wrote own. Oh. O is the term here. Own means to possess. I own this phone. But I owe you if you lend me money or if you help me. I owe you a favor. Okay. Could we try number 11 now? Can you guys do it? The what of the United States is the dollar. I can help you by saying that it is the euro in the European Union. It is lira in Turkey. It is dinar in Serbia. I'm not sure about Mexico. Currency. That's right, girls. Great job. What is the currency in Mexico? Is it the peso? Pesos? It should be. Or is it the Mexican dollar? I remember Magdalena told me about it, but I think I forgot. Number 13. To keep money for future use. Number 4. To be fair, the person who I accused of spending too much money when they go shopping, they are also good at keeping money for future use. You could say keeping money for future use, or more simply, you could say in 4 letters, what do we do? Save. Bingo. Save the money. We have only a couple more left. Number 15. He has a very nice car. He must a lot of money. So if somebody has nice things and they are obviously, you know, in a good position financially, what will we say about them? What do they do with the money? We could say they get, or he must get a lot of money, but that is 3 letters and it is not as correct. It is not as precise. He earns the money. Good job, Magdalena and Ismail. Ismail? Is that how I pronounce the name? I don't want to butcher it. I'm sorry. I know Magdalena's name because she's been here many times. Every single stream. Just like Sarah and just like Jada. So those are the regulars. Earn. Yes, good job, folks. So to earn the money means to put in the effort. You work for it and then you earn it. Number 12. Let's do number 12. We already have some hints for it. I don't like lawyers. They blank a lot of money for every hour they work. Aha, 6 letters. I think I know what it is. But I did have to think for a second. So maybe this will be tricky for you guys. If you want, we can move on to another one. Number 16 looks much simpler. So if anybody knows number 12, you can write in the chat. Wow, Magdalena, great job. Yes, they charge. They charge a lot of money. So when you charge someone, you are forcing them to pay. That is how much you're going to take from the client, from the person receiving the service. So I might charge $20 for a private session with me. Or, like we said, free of charge. These streams are free of charge. There is no charge. There is no money that is being taken from the user or the client. Excellent job. Number 16 is easy, the opposite of expensive. I'm sure we all know what it is. Sarah says, sorry. Nothing to be sorry about, Sarah. Thank you for being here. I just hope that you will be able to participate and try to guess these words with us. What is the opposite? The antonym. Another term of the opposite word is antonym. The opposite of expensive. Of course, it is cheap. Sometimes I have students who say, excellent, Ismail. I have students who say sheep. They struggle with the strong ch. Remember, it has to be close. So cheap. Great. Number 14, 6 letters. The second letter is N. It's very risky to in the stock market. I guess I know what it is, but I'm not sure if I would consider it very risky. I mean, every investment in life comes with a certain amount of risk, but I don't know if investing overall is risky. Good job, Magdalena. Invest is the word. Has anybody here ever invested in the stock market? I unfortunately haven't, but I would like to get myself involved in that. I would like to participate. What about number 6? Can we try it? The thing is, I'm not even sure about number 6. What is it? Not too expensive and not too cheap. EOA. Nah, I don't have it, guys. If you have number 6, please help me. If you don't, let's go to number 18. I'm really short of money. Can you me 10 pounds? And the word has 4 letters. Magdalena says affordable for number 6, I guess. I thought it would be affordable, but obviously the second letter is E. Maybe you can't see from my camera, but the second letter is E. That's the problem. If it were F, I'd be certain it is affordable. But number 18, can you... What is the word here? It is lend. Bingo. Lend me. Remember the difference. Even if you are asking for something, you will still use the verb to lend. If you say, can you lend me? Can I borrow from you? Can I take it from you? But can you give me, can you lend me 10 pounds? 17, the currency of most EU countries. I already gave it away previously. Great job. Correct. Number 17, the currency of most EU countries. I think it should be straightforward. Not the prettiest bills, not the prettiest banknotes. My personal favorites, I mean, the British pound is very robust. It's very resistant. You can't crumple it easily. But personally, I like the Serbian dinar, you know? It's a nice currency. Our bills are decent, you know? We have Nikola Tesla on them. Take a look at this guy. This stream wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him. And he was Serbian, so we are definitely very proud of him. Euro, that's right, Magdalena. It is euro. And we have only 2 left. We are so close to completing this. A word for a very large amount of money. What would be the word for a very large amount of money? It has 7 letters. I believe you can see that. The 3rd letter is R, and the final letter is E. Fortune. Bingo. Magdalena, you are ready for this. I hope you're not cheating, because otherwise you are really incredible. I don't know what to say. Are you a fan of crosswords? Do you have previous experience with them? Because I think you're doing better than me. And now we have the actual problem. Number 6. Not too expensive and not too cheap with 10 letters. I thought it was affordable, but now I don't know what it is. Magdalena, a round of applause from my mom. You definitely deserve it. I love crosswords. I think it shows. I think it shows. What could be number 6? Not too expensive and not too cheap. It's something with bull at the end. It looks like something with bull, able. But what could be... What could come after E? No, I haven't. I love crosswords. Reasonable. Jada could be. Yes. Reason. Bravo! No, I'm genuinely so happy that we managed to get it right. W's in the chat for Jada, folks. Huge W's for her. She deserves it. She deserves every single W out there. No way in the world would I have thought of reasonable. I mean, yes, it makes sense now that I see it. But guys, come on. I mean, there are more specific terms in finance that could be used over reasonable. It's a reasonable price. Yeah, like, makes sense. It is. I can't argue with it. The word was reasonable. I can write it in the chat just in case. Reasonable. This one. Reasonable. So you can use reasonable outside of finance, outside of money, to mean that something is logical. So reason is logic. It's your ability to think. So if you describe someone as a reasonable person, it means their decisions are logical. Their decisions are sensible. And if it's a reasonable decision, it's an action that makes sense. And when you describe the price as reasonable, it means it is okay. It makes sense. Like, if you buy a Lamborghini and it costs, I don't know, 100,000 euros, It's reasonable. It's a luxury car. I mean, I don't know if it's reasonable. Maybe a better example would be my private lessons. You know, you pay 20 euros to study with one of the best teachers. That is a reasonable investment. It's a bit of self-promotion. But folks, if rational, yes, that's right, rational would be another great synonym. Excellent job, Ismail. You are doing great. Thank you for joining. And folks, if you are ready, we can move on to the advanced part. Now, this is going to be hard. This is definitely going to be hard. It's about our bodies. We have a marionette pictured here. A marionette is this type of toy, a figure that is controlled by pulling the strings. Not to be confused with puppets. The puppets are the ones that you will sort of put on your hand and then control that way. When you are ready, tell me in the chat. I'll be waiting for your sign to begin. If you have any questions before we proceed, please do let me know in the chat. Ready, let's go. So number one, the front part of your body below the neck and above the stomach. So you all know, or hopefully you all know, this is your neck. This is the neck. So all around the whole part is your neck, and something that is above your stomach. This is going to be easy for you, Jada. Let's see, Jada. There are high expectations for you, and I believe in you. You can do it. So above the stomach and below the neck. Let's wait for Jada to answer, if she's here. Jada, we are waiting for you to say something. Magdalena has already answered it for us. But obviously, Jada would have known it. There's no doubt about it. She's just not here. That's why she didn't write anything. It is chest. Excellent. So make sure to always distinguish between chest and breast. So generally speaking, chest is the entire area that is above the stomach and below the neck. And the breast will be more specifically the female feature, a feature that women have. Next one, number one, down the back of the leg below the knee. We covered this in one of our previous streams. It was a stream with Yusuf. I remember that. We spoke about sports. The first letter is C. I thought the same, Magdalena. The word is... Oh, Magdalena has already found it. Calf. Crazy. I think it's thanks to the stream. Am I right, Magdalena? You learned that after my stream with Yusuf. I'm sure about it. Let's move on to number two. To look at something or someone for a long time with eyes wide open. So your eyes are wide open and you are looking at something or someone for a long time. It starts with the letter S. 5 letters. The first letter is S. So you are just focused on something. Let's say I'm like this. I'm sitting like this, and I'm looking somewhere else. I'm very focused at one thing. What am I doing right now? How would you describe this action of mine? I am at something. Right now, I am at my laptop. You might say looking, and looking is always the safe choice. You can't say it's incorrect to say, oh, he is looking at his laptop. Sure, but there is a more specific word for that. Stare. Jada, Magdalena was right. Magdalena was right about it. This is your field, and you are delivering. Stare. Bingo. That's not standing, but close. Staring. So if you can't see the word, I'll write it in the chat, so you just have it available. That's right, staring. It was autocorrect, Sarah. I'm sure it was autocorrect. I have the same issues sometimes. Autocorrect is annoying. But yes, when you are staring, you are looking at something or someone for a long time. Usually, if you are staring at a person, it could be weird a little bit. You probably shouldn't do it. Number 3, you make this with your hand before punching someone. So what is this? If I got angry and I wanted to punch this camera, what would I make? What is the name of these babies? We don't have any clues, no letters, but we do know it consists of 4 letters. What do we call this in English? In Serbian, it's called pesnica. Pesnica. It's a long word. And I don't know it in any other languages. I would like to know this word in more languages. What do you call this in your languages, guys? Please tell me in the chat. What would you call this in your language? Even if you don't know the name in English, write the name in your language. What am I showing right now? Might be a difficult one. No answers yet. If you guys can't find the answer, we can move on to number 6. Number 6 will give us Persian. We say mosht. Mosht. Oh, I love it. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Please correct me, Ismail, if I'm wrong. But I like mosht. It sounds powerful. Like, don't mess with my mosht. Yumruk. Yumruk in Turkish. Okay. I know that Persian and Turkish share some words. This one isn't one of them. And we have also the English word fist. Yes, that's right. Number 3 is fist. I hope you can see that on the screen. I think you can. Yes. So it's the fist. It's okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying my best. I don't have much experience with Persian, but it's an ancient language. Definitely worthy of admiration. Great job, Jada. Indeed. Number 4, an organ which beats all the time and keeps you alive. I think this is easier. I can't show you that as I could my fist. Remember? Keep in mind, fist. Fist. Say it. While you're watching the stream, try to say the word. Look, make a fist and look at it and say fist. So that way it will be easier to memorize. But I can show you this. This is our next word. What am I showing? What is this? This is to all of you watching right now. You definitely deserve this. Yes, indeed. A heart. Bravo. Good job, folks. You definitely deserve one more heart even though I'm not the best at showing those hearts. Number 6, to use your teeth. Remember the difference. Tooth, one tooth. So this is one tooth. And all of them together are teeth. One tooth, 2 plus teeth. Use your teeth to cut into something like food. So what are we doing to cut into food? You are not doing the whole motion, but just the first one. What is this? Let's see if you guys can find it. I think you can see on the screen we have the second and the fourth letter. The second letter is I. The final letter is E. So what could be the word here? The word is a bite. Yes, bravo, Jada. You are killing these short words. Fist and bite. Great job. So when you really want to try something, you will ask the person who is eating for a bite. Or maybe if you want to offer them to try, you can say, oh, would you like a bite? That is how you can be polite. So bite, excellent job, everyone. Bravo, Magdalena. Bravo, Ismail. And again, bravo, Jada. Number 7. I guess you can see it, or maybe not, but at the back part of your foot with 4 letters. The final letter is L, and it is also part of the name of women's footwear. So women love wearing something that has the name of the back part of your foot in it. The word is heel. Excellent, Magdalena. Not hell. Not hell. It is... Oh, I hate this. Heel. So double E and then L. You can see it on the screen. I don't have to write it. Do you like wearing high heels, Magdalena? I think that they're really uncomfortable. I don't know how women can force themselves to wear high heels for prolonged periods of time. But I admire that for sure. Number 8, you put your watch around this, connects the hand to the arm. So it's an important distinction to make. You have to make the difference between your hand, so this is your hand, and your arm, which is the entire limb. Hand, the final part, arm, the entire limb. So when you hear somebody is holding hands, they're doing this. But if you're holding somebody's arm, you're probably hugging their upper arm, or maybe even their forearm. So that is the difference. Wrist. Bravo, folks. Good job, Magdalena. Good job, Jada. It is the wrist. Remember, not W. There is no W sound, even though there is a W at the start. It is just a wrist. A wrist with a silent W. So far, so good. I don't think this has been super hard, or at least much harder than the previous ones. Number 5, it's a long word. The upper part of the arms, plural, 9 letters. The second letter is H. I think you know what this is going to be. So the upper part of the arms. Not the upper arm itself, but what comes after the upper part of the arm. The part that connects the arms to our torso. What do we call that? It's a long word, and the second letter is H. The word is shoulders. Yes. I hate this mechanic. Like when you press backspace, it takes you one square back. So one more time. Shoulders. Bingo. Excellent job, Magdalena. Number 9. These organs help you breathe. Remember the pronunciation of this word. It is not breath. So breath, written without the final E, is just one single inhalation of air. So this is one breath, right? This is another breath. So you could eat the whole cake in one breath. It means you could eat it very quickly. But breathing, to breathe as an action, as a verb, is pronounced with the voiced the at the end. Breathe. Not breath. The. Breath without the final E will be short E and th. Breath, breathe. Breath, breathe. Practice that at home. Lungs, and there's even a lungs emoji. Crazy. Who would ever use lungs as an emoji if not a doctor like my lovely fiance? Unbelievable. I don't know why it exists. But all right, I'm happy we've learned something new. Number 10, this connects your foot. Remember, it's not foot, not foot, foot. Foot. It's a short oo sound. Foot with your leg. It connects foot with your leg. So the foot is the final part of your leg that you stand on. And what do we call that part between the foot and the leg? That part that allows us to rotate our feet. Remember, 1 foot, 2 feet. Similar to tooth and teeth. So 1 tooth, 2 and more teeth. With foot, it's easy. You will always have 2 feet. If you have more than 2 feet, it's questionable. I don't know why you would have more than 2, unless you were born in Chernobyl. Unfortunately, those people there have suffered a lot after the tragedy. Ankle it is. Bravo, Magdalena. Ankle is the joint between the lower leg and our feet. Just like the wrist between the hand and the forearm. Bravo. Number 11, an organ near the heart and kidneys which has many functions. 5 letters. Wait a second. An organ near the heart and kidneys which has many functions. And it starts with the letter L. I think letter L saved me here. I think I know what it is. I'll wait for you guys to tell me, of course. But I think I know what it is. You all know what the heart is, and the kidneys are the 2 organs that filter out. What do they filter out? They filter out the toxins from the liquids, right? They process everything we drink. And then this organ will fight all the toxins in our bodies. I hope Jada is not cringing at my definitions. I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm just a mere English teacher. Liver is the word. Correct, Magdalena. Bravo. You are once again starting to carry everything on your own. Number 12, the joint between the lower and the upper arm. So what do we call this joint that allows me to do this? What is the name of this? Starts with the letter E. 5 letters. Liver is located mainly in the upper right side of the abdomen. This question is questionable. Oh, wow. We have our doctor throwing some shade at ESL crosswords. What can I say? I can't defend them. You're right. You're right, Jada. I definitely choose to believe you over an ESL website. So that explains your absence. You were simply wondering what other organ it could be apart from liver, which isn't located so close to either heart or kidneys. The next word is elbow. Exactly. Elbow. Bravo. Good job. What was the name of elbow in your languages, guys? In Serbian, it's lakat. Lakat. I like it. I like it. It's a nice term for the elbow. Number 13. You use this to think. Well, we should use it to think. Unfortunately, though, so many people nowadays choose not to use it, or perhaps they don't know how to use it. Kodo. Kodo. Okay, it's short, it's sharp. I like your languages, guys. So far, I really enjoyed all the words in Spanish, Persian, Turkish. They were cool. Brain. Yes, indeed. It is the brain. But like I said, so many people don't use the brain. You folks are using your brains really well so far. We have a brain emoji too. Amazing. I knew that brain existed, but I was really shocked by lungs. Lungs, I can't explain again why they exist as an emoji. Is there a liver emoji, Jada? What are all the organs available? Yeah. I mean, they are really unique. They are really authentic emojis for a doctor. She doesn't need to show her diploma or her certificate. Like, only a real doctor would use these. Number 14. Let's do 14. We have W as the first letter. To move your hand to, and I guess they wanted to say from, when saying goodbye. Guys, just one more thing. I've learned something new just now. I googled this expression, to and fro, and actually to and fro means back and forth. Okay, I've learned something new as well. We have to note it down. To and fro means back and forth in one direction and then in the opposite. I'd never seen this before, to and fro, but it's not a typo, it's not a mistake. So basically, when you are waving, you are doing this, you're going right and then left, vice versa. That means to and fro. Let me see the answers in the chat. Sorry for the brief interruption. Wave, excellent. Ismail and Magdalena, great job. Wave. Remember, the first sound is w, and then v. So it's w. You have to make a kiss, w, and then v, a dental sound. So your teeth need to touch your lips. V, wave. Good job, folks. Let's move on to number 17. You can find these on your head, just above your eyes. 8 letters. The first letter is E, and which letter? First, second, third, fourth. The 5th letter is R. So just above your eyes, what do we call these? I have very thick eyebrows, Some people have suggested I should thin them out, but I think thick eyebrows are my trademark. They are something that distinguishes me from the rest. So if you have any suggestions, if you think I should perhaps thin them out, voice your thoughts in the chat. But I personally believe I shouldn't touch them and I should keep them as they are. And those things above the eyes are indeed eyebrows. So eyebrows. Bravo, Magdalena. Yeah, eyebrow. Well, obviously we do have two of them. We could talk about a single eyebrow. So maybe I shaved my left eyebrow. But for the most part, we'll talk about them in pair. So we are talking about eyebrows, just like kidneys. There are people who live just fine with only a single kidney, but for the most part, we will refer to them in plural. I don't know about the lungs. Can a person survive with only one lung? Jada, if you are listening, please let us know. I am wondering if a person can survive with only a single lung. But we have only 2 more words, guys, and we'll have finished all 3 crosswords. You've been amazing tonight. Here's a heart for all of you out there. 2 more words to solve. Number 15, to support the body on one knee. Could be 2 knees as well, though, not only one. So when you are on your knees, what are you doing? Let's imagine this is a person, and then they just go down on your knees. Or on one knee. What is that person doing? And the third letter is E. 5 letters in total. If you don't know, we can definitely move on to maybe number 18. To close and open one eye quickly. Of course, like kidney. Okay, so basically you can live with only one lung. The mystery has been solved. Kneel, yes, that is correct. Magdalena, kneel. So you are kneeling when you are on your knees. That's good to remember. So when you are on your knees or only one knee, you kneel. When you are about to propose to someone, you kneel. Me neither. I thought that your lungs were something very sensitive and that one lung could not sustain could not provide enough oxygen for a person to survive. But that's reassuring. So if one lung is gone, the other one will cover. Will cover up for it. Number 18, to close and open one eye quickly. Be careful about this, though. It is 4 letters. The third letter is N. And the key word is one eye. So you're not closing and opening your eyes quickly. You're not doing this. This would be something different. Oh, my eyes are starting to hurt from all the I've done. After you tell me about this one, after you answer this question, I will tell you what this is called. The answer is wink. Yes, indeed. Good job, Magdalena. So, open, wink, open and close one eye quickly. And what I did on camera was blink. So open and close both eyes at the same time. That is blinking. We have 2 more words, folks. Number 19 and number 16. Let's do 16 first. To open the mouth wide when tired. So when you are tired, you're about to sleep, like most people here who are from Europe or Iran or any country that's east of the Atlantic, we are probably going to do this. And what is that called? It has 4 letters, and the third letter is W. What could it be? Maybe it's more difficult than it seems. If you don't know number 16, we can obviously go to number 19. A general word for an arm or a leg. And that starts with letter L. Don. Is that the word? Don? Let's try Don. No. It won't be. It's not Don. Dawn is actually the start of the day. So the dawn is when you see the sun for the first time in the morning. So from dusk till dawn, there's that famous movie. And the dawn is when you see the first sunlight behind the horizon. That is the dawn. But what is the name of this one? If you can remember number 19, Magdalena. What's wrong? Oh, I changed something here. Eyebrows. Okay. If you can remember number 19, Magdalena, that would be helpful too. Ismail, Jada, Sarah, is anybody here? Can you help me and Magdalena? We need some help with this. I can tell you that. Yes, that's right. Jan, bravo, Magdalena. You were so close, but I didn't want to give it away. So it was Jan. That's yawning. When you open your mouth and cover with your arm, with your hand, that is yawning. Hopefully you guys didn't yawn much. Yes, so yawn. Remember that, Ismail. So yawn. The pronunciation looks like Yavn or something, but it's Yan, like that. That is yawning. And finally, number 19. 19 is difficult. Well, I can tell you I used that word during the stream. If you had listened carefully, you will know that I used the word at one point during the stream. Wow, Jada was writing a scientific paper. Let's see what she has to say. Sometimes only a lobe of the lung is removed, while in other cases the entire lung has to be removed. We call it pneumectomy. Pneumectomy. Is that correct, Jada? Please correct my pronunciation. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is the inflammation of the lungs. So it's pneumonectomy. It's gonna be pneumonectomy. They cannot live with normal lung capacity though. Alright, so I'll read it one more time properly. Sometimes only a lobe of the lung is removed, while in other cases the entire lung has to be removed. We call that pneumonectomy. They cannot live with normal lung capacity though. So basically, you can never truly live as comfortably as you would with both of your lungs. W, Jada. Yes, that's right. Big W's for Jada. Well deserved. Doctors are the best. I agree with that. And folks, since all of you are probably going to start yawning, let's answer number 19 for you guys. Like I said, I used the word in the past and during the stream, and the word for arms and legs is a limb. Limb. It's not limb. There is no audible b at the end. It is limb. So remember that one from this stream. So arms and legs, limbs. Limb. General name for arms and legs. So it is something that doctors will use because it is not only related to humans, it is also related to animals. That's why when we talk about, I don't know, let's say cats, they have 4 legs, but even those are not legs in the same sense as they are for us. So they are just limbs. They are parts of the body we use to either walk on, or as in our case with hands, we use them to create things and to perform different operations. So one more time, limb in singular or limbs in plural, and it means arms and legs. So during the lesson, I remember I said, what did I say? I think it was about the shoulder, and I said like it connects the limbs, but I probably said arms at that time, not the limbs. I remember I said the word limb. You cannot deny it. I'll go rewatch the whole thing and find it. But folks in the chat, thank you so much for joining me today. How did you like it? Give me your impressions. Is there anything you would change? Would you like to see more crosswords in the future? Have you learned any new words? I definitely have. I learned a new expression. What was it? To and fro, right? Yes, to and fro. That was unusual. I don't think I have ever heard of it. But now I know it means back and forth. So it's cool. I can say, oh, I don't want to travel to and fro work, for example. It's useful. My teacher put crossword puzzle in exam. Since that day, I hate this game. Oh no. Oh no. That's a sad story, man. I feel bad for you. I honestly enjoy crosswords, but when you connect them with a traumatic experience, like an exam, then I can understand the dislike that you have developed. I hope my crosswords were not scary, guys. I hope mine were enjoyable. I love this class. Thank you so much, Magdalena. Well, you are the biggest supporter, so you always say you love everything, but I appreciate that. I genuinely do. Here is a heart for you too. Bye-bye, Yatsa. Have a good night. So, folks, once again, it's good. Thank you so much. I loved it and learned many new words. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Jada, Ismail, Yatsa, Magdalena, Life Check, L1R. Thank you so much. Sarah, Lena, all of you who sent at least one word in the chat. It is much appreciated. I'll stream tomorrow, most likely with a guest. So stay tuned and let's learn some more English. Until then, folks, to all of you in Europe, Asia, have a good night. And all of you in the Americas, have a great